Hello students, welcome to class again. I hope you all are doing good. Today we're going to do a lesson from your extra reading book Moments. The name of the lesson is The Lost Child by Mulk Raz Anand. The story The Lost Child is written by Mulk Raz Anand, who is an Indo-Anglican writer. The title The Lost Child indicates it's about a child who was lost. Before we go any further with the story, let's know something about the author. Mulk Raz Anand was born on 12 December 1905 in Peshawar, present-day Pakistan. He completed his education in University of Cambridge and University College London and then Khalsa College. Mulk Raz Anand was an Indian writer in English. In fact, he was one of the pioneers of Indo-Anglican fiction in India. He was known for his depiction of the lives of the common man in traditional Indian society. In fact, Mulk Raz Anand was an expert in it. He was awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1971, Padma Bhushan in 1968, and the International Peace Prize in 1953. This great writer died on 28 September 2004 in Jahangir Hospital, Pune. In the story, we see a child going to a fair with his parents. He was full of excitement and joy. And like all little children, he gets attracted to all the things around him. It is not only toys and sweets and balloons, but also the beautiful natural surrounding. So we have to find out in the story what are the things the little boy got attracted to. But while doing so, he realized that his parents are not going to agree to anything that he desires. In the beginning, he demanded, but the parents did not give him. Later, he started murmuring and as if keeping the desires, somehow, hidden in him. But he longed for all the things he saw in the fair. The parents may not have given him for two reasons. Maybe they cannot afford, or maybe they are very concerned and they think that some things are not at all necessary for the little boy, or they don't want to pamper him and spoil him. But the little boy was, enjoying the fair, at the same time was unhappy that he did not get what he desired. At one point, he lags behind and he gets lost. And that was the time when the little boy started crying for his mother and father. He started crying, I want my dad, I want my mom. And then a kind man appears from nowhere and he sees that the little boy was lost. So he was a very good person. He took the little boy to all the places, took him to the joyride, went and took him to buy balloons, the sweets, but the boy did not want anything. He only sobbed and cried for his mother. I want my mother, I want my father. Now as we go on with the story, I'll give you a little idea what exactly happened in the story. So let's start. The story starts in this way. It was the festival of spring. Spring is a beautiful time of the year. It is not only beautiful in its surrounding, but also it doubles the beauty by bringing up a festive mood in the minds of people. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Now, wintry season is referring to the time of the year before spring. Before spring comes the winter season when people prefer to stay indoors. So that is why the poet referred as wintry shades. Now, narrow lanes and alleys is talking about the small narrow roads of the villages, and emerged a gaily clad humanity. And these people from the village emerged from their houses, wearing beautiful, colorful attire, and to celebrate or to go somewhere, maybe. Where are they going? Obviously, they are going to the fair. Some walked, some rode on horses, Others sat being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. Now, the mode of transport in a village is very simple and basic. So, people traveled on horses and some in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. Now, this little boy was none other than the protagonist of the story. He remained very close to his father for protection. He was brimming with life and laughter. Brimming here means overflowing. Now, here in the story, this word is used to express the feelings of the little boy. Any little child would be very happy and excited to go to the fair. So, this boy, our protagonist, is also excited and happy, and he was overflowing with life and laughter. Come, child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. So the shops are filled up with beautiful different kinds of toys, and the little boy was so carried away, though he obeyed his parents and followed them, but he kept looking behind. His eyes could not skip or stop staring at the toys. He wanted one, but he knew the old cold stare of refusal in his parents. I want one, the boy pleaded his father. So finally he gathered up courage to ask for a toy, but the father looked at him with angry red eyes like a tyrant. Here the author compared the father to a ruthless, oppressive ruler. The mother's heart melted. She was kind and tender. She gave her finger to hold and said, "Look, my child, what is before you?" There was a beautiful mustard field filled up with yellow flowers. It was a flowering season, and the poet compared these yellow flowers to pale, melting gold. A group of dragonflies bustling about on their colorful purple wings, obstructing the flight of some lone black bee or butterfly in search of nectar. Now, this little boy started running after the butterfly, and he tried to catch them in the field. When his parents called him again, he ran to them. His parents were sitting near a grove beside a well. When his mother called him, he ran back to his parents to join them, but he again lagged behind because he made himself busy by observing some insects and worms that came out from their hiding places.
Now,
to
there are a
enjoy the
lot of
sunshine.
incidents that took place in the story. Now, we are going to find out in the next video about that.
So, children, this story is a very, very beautiful story, and in fact, a story that really talks about something that can be related to our own lives. As children, you might be longing for many things, and you desire and you wish that your parents give them all to you. In the story, we saw how the parents denied and refused the boy, sometimes by staring, giving him a strong stare at him, or sometimes just pulling him along the way. But we know at the end of the story, a boy longs only for his parents. All the things that he, desired or wished for at the beginning of the story vanished, and now he was seen only crying, sobbing, uncontrollably for his parents. And this proves that the child's most basic and important thing is the safety of the parents. So when you read this story, it is not enough that you just read the story and give the plot in the story. You need to also understand what is the message in the story, and what is the central idea of the story, and what does Mool Rajanan want to signify through this very simple traditional village Indian story, and how we can all relate it to our own lives. So thank you, children. Read the story and enjoy it. At the same time, try to analyze the story in your own critical way.